Hi there, everybody. My name is Jeremy Siskin. I'm the author of Playing Solo Jazz Piano, as well as the Jazz Piano Fundamentals series, which now has 3 different volumes. So you could study that thing for a long time. It's like more than 750 pages, I think. It's basically everything I know about jazz piano. Speaking of which, I'm going to show you a lot of what I know about jazz piano right now in my famous series, One Tune, 8 Ways. I'm going to play the famous Charlie Parker blues, Now's the Time, which was later made into a like country-ish song called The Hucklebuck. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. For us, it's Charlie Parker's Now's the Time. I'm going to play 8 ways for you. I'll briefly explain each way before I play it. And because it's a 12-bar blues, it'll go by pretty fast. So, number 1, left-hand bass. I'm going to play, I'll play you 2 different kinds of bass lines in the left hand while I play the melody. Number 1 mistake I see pianists make with bass lines is they don't play it low enough. Get really low on the piano, like within an octave of the bottom of the piano as you're playing bass lines. So here we go. First time through, I played what I would refer to as like a melodic or broken bass line, where I'm not necessarily playing a consistent rhythm, like a half note or a quarter note. The second time through, I played a walking bass line, where I'm playing quarter notes every beat. All right, the second thing is a left-hand shuttle. Left-hand shuttle is like stride piano. I cover it in this book, except instead of going back and forth every beat, you're going to use more kind of syncopated bebop style rhythm. So it can be a more modern approach to stride piano, and it can also it's also technically easier because you don't have to go back and forth every single beat. So here's a little bit of left-hand shuttle. So you see that I'm alternating between playing 1 or 2 notes, called a dyad, in the lower left hand, and then a rootless voicing in the middle register. Third, left hand comping. Here I'm going to play what I call bass shells. Some people just call them shell voicings. I like to be a little bit more specific, where I'm going to play the 3rd and 7th with the root beneath. And this is very Bud Powell, so it's very typical of this bebop style. Play it in octaves with call and response. So the melody will be played in double octaves, and then I'll go down. I'm going to reach down in the spaces in the melody. And this tune doesn't have that many spaces, so we'll see how this goes. And I'm going to play like a bass note with my left hand and a rootless voicing with my right hand, so that I get both the melody and the chords in. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to go a little slower for this one. doesn't necessarily lend itself so well to that style, but it was still kind of fun to try. All right, next is closed position voicings, right? These are also known as shearing voicings. They're voicings that fit within an octave, and they often simulate kind of like what a saxophone section might sound like in a big band, because they usually have 5 notes, they're within an octave, they're nice and thick, and I teach all about closed position voicings in Jazz Piano Fundamentals Book 2, the purple book. So I'm definitely going to go slower here, I think. That. All right, and then you have stride piano. Really probably not super stylistically appropriate for this bebop era tune to play with stride piano, but hey, this is YouTube, who cares? It's the Wild West. So stride piano, I'm going back and forth between chords and between low bass notes and mid-register rootless chords every beat. Throwing in some other stuff, and I might try to make it a little more modern. There's 4 chapters on stride piano in playing solo jazz piano, so there's a lot of like more modern kinds of techniques. Let's see what happens. So one of the things that you heard me do that's in the book is moving the stride piano to all offbeats. This is something Errol Garner did and was incredible at, but it kind of gives a different feel. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's, kind of matches the bebop style a little bit better with all the offbeats that we love to hear in bebop. All right. Number 7. Wow, this is flying by. What if we wanted to play this as a rubato introduction, right? If the band's going to go into Now Is the Time and they say, hey, Jeremy, play like a romanticized version of Now's the Time up front. Kind of a strange request, but let's do it. That's the thing I'm most proud of in the world, but pretty good. All right, what if I wanted to play a more modern modal version of this tune? Modal jazz is the focus of Jazz Piano Fundamentals Book 3. The subtitle is Modal and Modern. So I'm going to change the harmony here into like quartal harmony, might use some pentatonics. I'm going to do my best McCoy-Tyner imitation, moving back and forth between low fifths and quartal voicing. So let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. folks, that's a good place to leave it. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, why don't you put in number 9 to request a 9th way to play Now's the Time. I've come up with a few in the midst of playing it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, you might really like playing solo jazz piano, which talks a lot about how to arrange in different ways for this instrument. Take care, everyone.